Today I'll be showing you the adventures of a caffeine overdosed PhD student at 5 a.m. in the morning. So what happened is yesterday night I worked out, I had dinner with friends, and then went for bubble tea. That's where the tragedy started. I, for some reason, wanted to get green tea milk tea with custard pudding, which was absolutely delicious, but green tea is my weakness. So why did I order green tea at 9 p.m. yesterday? Well, let's just say that just because you have multiple tertiary degrees in one field does not mean that you are smart in all aspects of life. So I went back to the office after bubble tea to get some work done, and I ended up staying there until 4:30 a.m. the next day. The grocery store has a lot of exotic fresh produce that I've never tried before. I'm always curious to know what they taste like, but at the same time I'm reluctant to try them because I'm worried that they might taste bad. But it's always interesting to see these new things. This grocery store actually sold some kimchi. I also got some mangoes. And this is where my stream of consciousness kicks in. As I was putting the 2 mangoes in my cart, I saw bagged vegetables on the wall. And then I was like, oh yeah, I need to get kale for my morning smoothie. So in they go as well. I was looking for the Evercrisp, but right next to it, something shinier caught my eye. It was called the Cosmic Crisp. It was the most expensive apple I'd seen, so I was really tempted to try this out. I also got some bananas because I was thinking about making my morning smoothie. And then for some reason I picked up a calabaza squash. I think I wanted to make something with it, but I don't actually remember what I had in mind. I think it'll probably turn up as an ingredient for 된장찌개 or 애호박 부침개. I guess I had in mind something, probably a 된장찌개 when I was buying these ingredients. Prior to, coming to the States and cooking food for myself, I never knew that there were so many different types of potatoes. And they all have different usages as well. But I usually go for the russet potatoes because they look like the ones that my mom would buy. I am now officially in the danger zone. If I had been more awake, I would probably have gone for something. But I was at that point where I was too tired to care about sweets. Thankfully, there are a few things that I like to get from this place. So if I get a chance to in the future, I'll show you what I get. Now I'm in the Asian foods aisle. When I lived in Korea, I rarely ate instant noodles, probably like once or twice a year. I still only eat it when I'm craving something spicy or Korean, but I thought it might be a good idea to keep some in stock. And then I got some oats because I wanted to try overnight oats. I obviously did not want to use my hands to make room for my oats being clean. You do have to consider the fact that it is 5 a.m. in the morning and I haven't been sleeping. I'm going through the cookies and candy section, which is another dangerous zone for me. Luckily, I was not in the right state of mind, so I didn't get any of the cookies or sweets. I also got some yogurt and milk for my overnight oats. And I also got a pack of water because you never know. I also got some chia seeds because I read somewhere that they go well with overnight oats. I've never bought things from this aisle, but this was a cool experience. got one of these already prepped meals because I am just tired of making every meal for myself. I mean, these are pretty good, but you just have to think positively. So it's like, hey, I don't have to do any cooking or wash like 2 pans and 5 dishes just to make this dish. And then I realized I forgot to buy some avocados, so I rushed to get them. But most of them looked like they were already past the overripe stage. So I tried to get the greenest ones possible. After I was done picking the avocados, it was finally time to check out. The other checkout stations were not open, so I had to use the self-checkout. There was one employee who was looking at me kind of funny. Like, dude, I get that it's your job and I look like I'm half asleep and kind of slow at responding to the machine, but it's not like I'm gonna run away with this. You don't have to like stare at me the entire time. It wasn't the most pleasant experience. So after loading all the groceries in my car and returning the cart, it was already near 6 a.m. So I got washed and decided to sleep as the sun was rising. And this is how my caffeine-initiated 5 a.m. trip to the grocery store ended.